Hello everybody, Donkey here, and welcome to another War Thunder video. This time, we are going to be watching a replay of a game that I had, and it was probably the best game of War Thunder I have ever played. Everything just went right, and I'm going to talk you through my thought process. So maybe you can learn a little bit about the game and a little bit about higher tier tanks and stuff in War Thunder. So to start off, I engaged this Panther A, and I know from like playing the German tanks that the Tiger II here can actually pierce the frontal armor of the Panther A. So that's what I do, is I aim at the front slope and it goes straight through and takes him out. I know that there's people in the town, and I know that there's people on the opposite side of this like house. So that's why I start to move over there. Now, what you'll see is I held off firing at this Tiger 1 until the ammo came into my view, and then I could take him out in one hit. Same again with this guy. I have a look with my binoculars, I aim in, I aim for where the ammo is, and I get the ammo, and it blows the tank up. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to rush into firing the shot when you're in an engagement. You want to wait until you can get the ammo. Now, this was quite a lucky shot. He came round and I managed to pierce there and get the ammo. That was just luck. He could have easily killed me there. But then I moved around here and I noticed the T-44. And I back up, and again, I fire, take out the ammo. I know where the ammo is on this. And yeah, like, that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting until the point where I can fire and take out the ammo or take out the crew, waiting for the perfect shot. Now, I sort of get a bit cocky here, a bit cheeky, and I push out probably a bit further than I should have. But again, I'm looking for that point where I can get the perfect shot. I rushed that one a little bit, and now I've realised that I'm in a sticky situation. Now, I know that T-44 can't pierce the armour, so I look towards the SU. He is exposed. I can easily one-hit him, so I prioritise and I hit him first. Now I aim back at the T-44 because there's nobody else around, and I can take him out. I know that he's trying to fire at the slope on this thing. He can't pierce the slope on it. I take this M4 out as well, and I go back to the T-44. This is what you want to do as well. You want to prioritize. You want to go, okay, he can't pierce the armor, so I'll aim for somebody who can, and then go back to him when he's safe. See, I took out the T-44. Now I've got this guy. I see that he's got ATGMs, and I kind of should have backed off here. I didn't, but I should have. And now I start to back off now that I'm in a bit more over my head than I should be. This is probably the point I messed up. I pushed a little bit too far, and I've kind of got a bit cocky, and I'm now stuck in a situation where I'm staring down 3 heavily gunned, heavily armored tanks that can easily like pen the armor on the Tiger II. So I'm prioritizing. I'm going for the T-44 because I know I can easily take him out. But again, I've probably played it a bit too cocky here. This is where I've messed up. Now, I think I decide that, you know what, the T-44, he's in a bit of a death lane. I'll go for the Panther G. And I realise that, yes, I can pen the front armour on this thing. So I take him out with a fire. Just, the shell goes right through the frontal slope. He can't do anything there. Again, War Thunder comes down to doing your homework. If you learn the tanks, learn their weaknesses, learn their advantages, you know, you'll do way better in games. You know, playing the tanks helps, but actually doing your research does go a long way. And you know, like a lot of these tanks, I know what I can and can't penetrate, and I know what I can and can't engage. So yeah, the biggest advice I can give is, if you love playing War Thunder, whether it be tanks or the planes, just do your homework. Just do some research into the game itself, the game mechanics. I see a lot of people not understanding battle ratings. Do your homework into that, and you will come out on top, like in most games. This is probably my biggest mistake here. I know that there's a tank on my left, and I push him big mistake. He hits me in the side, my exposed side, and that's what sets me on fire, and this is what kills me. I shouldn't have pushed him there. I should have maybe backed off, flanked him, or maybe pushed him from a different angle, but that was the mistake I made, and that killed me there. So I've respawned. I'm taking out the Tiger 2H, and in a sec I realised that I can call in a bomber. Now, when I'm in the air, I'll talk you through my thought process and what I kind of was thinking with the bomber, and it actually works out in my favour. Now, if you can see at the bottom there, that previous Tiger 2, I actually did a 10-1. I have devastated the opposite team. They have lost 10 tanks. Now, that's pretty devastating for their losses. Now, I'm in the bomber. As I'm coming in, I can see people in the field. If I bomb the people in the field, they can get away from the bombs really easily. They can run away from them. But the people in the town, tight spaces, they can't really maneuver around the buildings. So I decide to bomb them because they can't get away from it as easy. You know, if someone's in a field, they can just keep driving. If someone's stuck between a house and another tank firing at them, they can't escape from that. So I decide to bomb them instead. And it actually works out for me. I get a hit on the Tiger 2 and I kill the M36 there. But again, it's just thinking about it. It's just thinking, okay, if he's in the town, he can't run away. And yes, like, War Thunder is, you know, take it slower. Don't rush into things. I see a lot of people just rushing straight into the battle and they die straight away. And then they complain about, why did I die straight away? You know, they've got OP tanks. Yes, it is only arcade mode, and yes, it is a little easier, but that's no exception for you to just run in and die straight away. You know, play it more tactically, play it more, like, slow it down, actually think about what you're doing, and you'll actually survive longer in games, especially in arcade mode as well. I think playing arcade mode as you would a realistic mode or a simulated mode, playing it with tactics actually will improve, like, your game, and will actually improve how good you get. For this next bit, I noticed that I can't attack that Panzer IV. You saw me use my binoculars. Use your binoculars in this game mode. It helps so much, and you can see much further and spot enemies much better with the binoculars. But yeah, I know that there's a Tiger 2 on the A point, and I know that there's one here. Now, I aim for his fuel tank here. He's on fire. When he's on fire, he can't do anything. He can't, unless he's got a fire extinguisher, which takes up time. But at the moment, he can't move, he can't do anything, and that means I can move up and take him out. Now, I aim at the track and realise if I aim them at the track, it's not going to kill him. It's going to bounce off that or not do as much impact. So I aim away from the track, and guess what? It kills him. If you're going to be aiming at someone and they've got added armor, don't really aim at the added armor. Like, this has got tank tracks on the side. Don't aim at those. Aim at the bit that's not covered. And usually, I see in a lot of American tanks, sometimes they'll have symbols or stars on them, and behind those stars is where the ammo is kept. So, you know, it's a good indicator for the American tanks to aim at the stars or the icons or the logos. Again, it comes down to homework, knowing where the ammo is kept in every tank. On a lot of the German tanks, they ready rack their ammo in the turrets. So that's a good, like, you know, it's good for if you want a quick reload. It's kind of bad if you're aiming at the turret, which most people do. The Americans keep their ammo down on the whole floor. So what that does is means the ammo's out of the way, it can't explode when somebody hits the turret. So if you're aiming at an American tank, aim low. Aim at the lower glacis, and you're more than likely to hit the ammo. If you're aiming at a German tank, aim high, aim at the turret. You're more than likely to hit the ammo then. And that's the game. I end the game on a 13-1 death. And yeah, it was probably the best game in War Thunder I ever had. I took it slow, I used tactics, and I used everything I've learnt from previous levels in this. I found that there's two types of players in high-level War Thunder, probably rank 4 and above. There's the player that has learnt everything in the lower levels. He's kind of learnt with the tanks a lot, and he uses those, and he does really well. And he's the opponent you want to look out for. He's the tough tough one. He knows where to hit your tank. He knows how to angle. He's the formidable opponent. The other player is the player that's unlocked a lot of stuff, hasn't really spent the time learning the tanks, and they're usually the ones that rush in and die straight away, and then they complain. These are the ones that are very easy, and you could probably catch them out really easily. Probably a lot of these players I faced here were probably those type of players. They just rushed in. But again, I played it very smart, I played it very slow, I used tactics, I used all the knowledge that I've gained, and I managed to get a 13 kills, 1 death. This is how most games should go if you use your noggin, sort of thing. I just wanted to share this video with you, share the game with you, sort of give you a bit more of an understanding of the game, and just to tell you a few tips that helped me along with higher levels. I probably won't be doing any sort of tip videos unless people want them. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick video and show you this game. If you like the video, I would definitely appreciate a like and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.